Hello there.
Hello and welcome back to the D-COT disCast. Today is Monday, February 6, 2023, and we are talking about problems at the PeopleMover in Magic Kingdom, Park Pass reservation system lawsuit, changes to park hopping at Disneyland Resort, and more. Disney's Hollywood Studios just rolled out a number of new character meet and greet opportunities, and we now have the schedule for the various characters that you can meet. Are you ready? The characters meet daily at the following times. Goofy and Max on Grand Avenue between 9:15 a.m. and 4:45 p.m. every half hour. Mr. and Mrs. Incredible at Echo Lake from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. every half hour. So if you're headed over to Disney's Hollywood Studios, make sure you check out this new character meet and greet. There was a problem over the weekend in Magic Kingdom with the PeopleMover. It's been moving along quite nicely since that large refurbishment or massive maintenance issue that they had a couple years ago. So it is not unusual for the PeopleMover to sometimes go down during the day, but over this past weekend, there was actually curtains surrounding the entrance. Was suggested for that day that it probably wasn't going to be opening anytime soon. Cast members said that the closure was due to maintenance issues, and the nearby Astro Orbiters was also temporarily closed due to the same issues. It looks like everything is operational now, so if you're headed over to Magic Kingdom and you're like me and need to go on the PeopleMover, well, it is up and operational. In case you were unaware, there is a lawsuit against Disney for the Park Pass reservation system. So let me tell you a little more about this. The lawsuit alleges that the Disney Park Pass reservation system is unfair to annual pass holders. The original lawsuit was filed in October 2022 and has gone through the system to the point where Disney World has now issued a response. The plaintiffs stated that they couldn't find Park Pass reservations for their top-tier annual pass despite having paid for a pass that doesn't have blackout dates. I understand that, okay. So Disney World has responded in court noting that Kelly and Payon omitted, the plaintiffs, who omitted from their complaint everything that Walt Disney Parks and Resorts did for annual pass holders during the transition to the reservation system, including most notably giving every pass holder the chance to opt out and be refunded, and I do remember that. Disney World said that both women opted to keep their annual passes. Disney also said that, quote, changing the terms of their annual passes park access due to a pandemic after expressively reserving the right to do so is not plausible bad faith, injustice, or an unfair business practice, end quote. Well played, Disney. Those expensive lawyers probably took 3 weeks to figure out how to answer that. But my thoughts on this is that the lawsuit was garbage from the beginning. Now, if you don't like it, well, you should have taken the refund. You knew what was coming. You knew the changes that were going to be happening. And if you wanted to try to play the game, well, that's your fault. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, though. Do you feel that the lawsuit is fair and that they should be awarded? Or is Disney in the right here stating that, hey, listen, we gave you the chance to get fully refunded on it if you didn't like the new rules that we were going to be incorporating for annual passes? Share your comments. Tron Light Cycle Run has started their cast member previews at Magic Kingdom, and some of them are reporting issues fitting into the ride vehicles. The vehicles are exactly the same as the one used for Tron Light Cycle Power Run at Shanghai Disneyland. Body sizes are generally smaller in China, whereas body shapes and types tend to vary more in the United States, with more variations in height also being a factor that might impede guests riding the attraction. There are test seats outside Tron Light Cycle Run, so guests can check that they fit and are able to board comfortably before getting in line. What do you think Disney should have done here? I know that it's kind of like a one-to-one, make it the same size for manufacturing purposes, blah, 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 blah. Don't you think they should have taken into consideration the varying body shapes and varying body types and heights, especially in the United States? I'm a pretty, averagely tall guy, I guess. I'm 6'1". I'm a little, heavy, but I'm kind of wide. So I'm curious to see if I'm going to have even issues getting into these. We have Michelle got us Tron Light Cycle Run cast member previews for February 13th. So I guess I will let you know what happens. Disney revealed the backstory for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Walt Disney Imagineering is creating an original next chapter story for Tiana. Within the attraction queue, guests will discover that she continues to grow her business with Tiana's Foods, an employee-owned cooperative. Combining her talents with those of the local community, Tiana has transformed an aging salt mine and built a beloved brand. The endeavor began when Tiana purchased the salt mine and the areas surrounding the large salt dome it operated from. With the help of her mother, Eudora, Naveen, Lewis, and fellow owners of the cooperative, Tiana revived the old salt mine and the surrounding land, growing a wide array of vegetables, herbs, and spices for her recipes. Are you excited to see something new at Magic Kingdom, or are you still salty, get it, that Splash Mountain is no longer there? Something just got a little bit easier at Disneyland Resort, and I'm talking about park hopping. Starting this past weekend, park hopping is now available starting at 11 a.m. Here's a quick rundown of park hopping at Disneyland Resort. You'll still need a park reservation for the first park you want to visit. Then you can cross between the parks starting at 11 a.m. A park reservation is not required for your second park at this time. Hopping is subject to the second park's capacity and availability. This is super flexible, so great. You can go visit your Disneyland park and then it'll hit whatever you want, the rides you want to hit. And after 11 a.m., you could say, you know what, let's go to DCA and see what's going on over there. It's fantastic. You don't need a park reservation. It's almost getting back to the way it was when it was nice and fun to go visit Disney parks. Well, that's it for today's D-COT disCast. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for listening. We always enjoy your ears. And we look forward to providing you more information on Wednesday, February 8th.
Thank you!
There was a problem over the weekend with the PeopleMover and PeopleMover. Mather.